What's good? Yeah, I had a long day, y'all. I had things. I had things. I had things to do. I had things to do. But we here now. What's good with y'all? Hope y'all having a good whatever day this is. I almost didn't go live. I said, you know what? Let me jump on the live right brief and see what it do. My bad, Nikki. My fault. Welcome. If you made it, welcome. I appreciate you making it in. Damn, tennis elbow hurt. I had that shit before. That shit hurt. Tennis elbow be hurting. Tennis elbow is on the outside. I've had it both. I've had it on the outside and on the inside, on the ulna or whatever they call it. I've had it on both. What's the topic? We the topic. We talking. The topic is what we talking about right now. What's good with you? Evening. Um, yeah, man. It's been a day. I'm tired. I ain't gonna even hold y'all. I'm a little tired. Let's see if we can get the juices going. See if we can get the juices going. Okay? Okay. Yeah. I'm doing a little late night live for y'all. I was on some lives earlier. Man, oh man. Let me tell y'all about the lives I was on earlier, man. I'm not sick. I told y'all I was sick. I'm good. Uh-huh. I had to go to the doctor. All right, Teresa, I'll check it out. I had to go to the doctor today. I've been out of it. I've been out of it ever since. My brain been a little foggy. I've been they knocked your boy out. They put me. They put that they gave me that shit that killed Michael Jackson. I was talking. I was like, oh yeah, that's. I was talking. And I woke up. I went to sleep in one room. Woke up in another room. I was talking to this old lady. I thought she was my auntie. I was like, wow, you look just like my auntie. She was like, oh, that's nice, baby. I was like, nah, but for real. I was like, nah, but for real though. Propofol, yep. Should have had your boy. I said, nah, but look, you don't deserve that. You could do. I be tired, Shannon. It's 7:22, nigga. I'm tired. On the way. This is West Coast time. It's 7:22. I'm ready to call it night night. I'm ready to go night night, nigga. I'm ready to go night night. Ready to wrap this shit up. Uh, but yeah, man. Have myself a good little napski. I ain't never been sedated before. I ain't gonna hold you. That was my first time. I ain't never had to go under for nothing in my life. They kept out. They was like, "Is this your first time doing it?" I was like, "Yeah, what the fuck? How many times people be? It's like a regular thing for motherfucker. Way too young." I was like, "What the hell? Thank you, Air Powers." She said, "Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. I'm actually good. We did the thing. I went. The doctor said you all good. I said, all right, well, we good. So, so I dealt with that, but it took a little while. My brain was not, it wasn't in a place to go live. I was on other people live. Uh, I was delirious. Vocal rest. Ain't no vocal rest. We can't do that, baby. Oh, that's good. I like hearing about that, tinfoil. Sound like good stuff to me. It was funny. It was funny. But yeah, man, you know what? This is what we gonna do. This is what we gonna do. We gonna spin the block one time. We'll spin the block one time on yesterday's live. Cause I felt like we had just started getting into it. And I had to dip. So let's do that. I kind of felt like doing that one time. And then yeah. Let's spin the block one time. Sick leave ain't ever on the calendar. Men don't vet. We was just getting into it yesterday, right? Right when I had to dip. The panel was we was humping and jumping. You put in the R. Yeah, man. They don't be knowing. Yeah, right. We was jumping. I was ready. I was ready, just getting into it, and then I had to go get my baby and stuff. So, but tonight, you know, we got a little time. I got a little time. I figured for a late night, you know what I'm saying? Let's see what it do for the late night. I've been looking at the, you know, I've been seeing the boys, they be live. They just be in the weird ass lives. They always be in the weird lives. Catching these niggas is like catching crabs at the bottom of the ocean. You gotta know where to drop the cages. America is so cooked. Why is America so cooked? Is this that one weird nigga? Oh yeah. Figured it was that one. America is so cooked. Says an American. Says an American. Ain't you an American? How about America is so cooked? Interesting. Interesting take there, buddy. Oh, that's him. If he come up, you'll see how weird he is. No limit. That motherfucker weird. That's one of the weirdest gentlemen on the app that we've come across. It's interesting. I just saw something today that was talking about how, like, I mean, this shit that we already know, but you know, how weirder than Miguel? Who's Miguel? I don't know. He weird. He weirder than most of the people you've seen so far. That's all I know. Nah, it was I saw this thing yesterday. It was talking about how men like the reason why men and women can't, like, basically it was talking about how like women are like more educated now, and that's what's making it hard to date for men to find mates or whatever, or women to find. I mean, the thing that I didn't like about how he was framing it though was it's always framed in this way like women are looking for men and they can't find them. But I don't think women are looking for men. I think men are looking for women and then they don't meet the criteria for a woman in most cases. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it's women looking for men necessarily. Oh, he wants some attention, y'all. He's screaming. He's screaming out. He's screaming out for some attention. You decline? Okay. Here, I'll invite you on one more time. You can decline it if you want to. Feeling good. I am on late. I know. It's whack, huh? I'm sorry. Pygmies are always lucky. Yeah, maybe. Let's see what this is. Hey, what's going on, Mine?
Hi, how are you?
I'm great. Hold on. There you go. All right. All right. All right. We're good. What's going on with you?
Not much. I know I followed you because of somebody else I saw, and they shouted you out. And so I saw your post here. Why are women better at vetting than men?
Uh-huh.
And I started jump in and see kind of what you wanted to talk about specifically.
None. I mean, just what are your thoughts on it?
Well, I think that for one, we have to be better at vetting than men because we live in a patriarchy, and that patriarchy has existed for centuries all across the globe. You know, like even before the first people were the first races of people were enslaved, white men were perfecting the concept of slavery on their own people, their women. And so because of that, women across the board have to be better at understanding their oppressor. You know, so we have to understand what this looks like. We have to understand what the cost analysis is. So I don't know. For me, like, we are better at vetting because we understand not just the nature of race. For me, I'm a Black woman, but also we have to understand the nature of how patriarchy exists. And if anybody who's Black, we understand white people better than they understand themselves because we have to. And it's the same thing with women. We understand the nature of men better than they understand it themselves because we have to, because we are oppressed.
Yeah, I think that that's a great point. I think that all adds to it. I would also say that women are better because they're more perceptive and, you know, they listen better. And you can say that's because they have to as well, but maybe it's not. I don't know. But they are. You know what I mean? And I think that adds, you know, that makes them better at vetting. Also, men don't really have to vet. You know what I'm saying? So
right, you can take more chances.
Yeah,
because there's the
likelihood that we run into a woman that's
not as high as the cost of our chance.
Yeah, exactly. Just checking. Just checking. There you go.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes, sir, Ski.
Yeah. I think where we're at as a society is we say these things, but with everything that's shown, it's not the case where women are picking better. I referenced the STD rates. All the data showing that a small percentage of men are sleeping with a bunch of women.
That's not what the data shows.
They're getting on dating apps.
That's not what the data shows.
It's showing.
That's not what the data shows.
So data shows that there's more women with STDs than men.
Because they go get checked out.
How does that happen?
Because women go get checked out.
Okay.
And men don't. That's not what the data shows.
Okay.
Yeah.
Based on what? What were
the
you
data? Go look at the same data that you're claiming you read, because it would tell you that in that data, it would tell you how many women actually get checked versus how many men get checked. That's why it looks like there's a smaller percentage of men infecting the women, but that's not the reality. The reality is that women go get checked more. Same thing with mental health. Like saying like, oh, there's more women on drugs, on, you know, mental, you know, like whatever you want to call them, the right, whatever, you know, they're on meds or whatever. More women are on meds because they go to the doctor more. That's only, it's not antidepressants and things of that nature. Yeah, because they go to the doctor more.
See, that's what I'm saying. You're saying that they're going to the doctor more, but why are they doing that?
Because they're more responsible. Because they're more responsible than men. Men are just not responsible.
So let me finish here. Okay. So if we go off of what you're saying, where they're being more responsible, right? So if they're selecting the men and they're going to get checked and they're getting more STDs, how can we say that they are doing better?
Say that again. That doesn't make any sense. Say that again. Repeat it again. Like, so take everything that I just said to you right now and recalibrate what you're saying, because you can't just repeat the same thing, because that's not what you said isn't true. So you have, you know what I mean? Like now you have to recalibrate.
is
You cutting out, just checking. You cutting
why
out.
Why are they select men who?
Your phone's cutting out.
Can you hear me now?
I hear you now, but it's
can
like.
You hear me better?
Yeah, I got you.
Hold on,
wait. Hold on, Mike.
So
hold on,
if
Mike.
we take what you're saying, if we're taking what you're saying to be factual,
it is.
And the women are choosing men who are tainting them,
or men are choosing to be irresponsible.
What are we doing to be choosing men?
I think you're missing what's happening.
Saying,
yeah.
So what are we doing? You're saying women are better at vetting men, right?
They are. Yeah.
So I'll preface this by saying the way I've grown up, right? All the people I've been around, we're not a stereotypical black family.
Okay.
Everybody's
hold on, wait.
For the most part.
I would like for you to not personalize this, because then I'm gonna have to start asking you a bunch of questions about your family, and you're gonna get combative. And I would prefer not to be personalized if you can. Like, just keep it general.
You're not letting finish a thought, man. You know, like every time I try to say something to you, you're trying to disrupt it and disprove it. When I'm over here saying, if your stance is they're better at vetting, but they keep choosing men with STDs, how do we keep getting to this place?
Because I already told you.
On the men while the women are still choosing.
Do you want me to answer the question? No, it's not that I'm interrupting you. You're saying the same thing over and over and over again.
Yeah.
So do you want me to answer the question, which I already did?
It's because I'm not finished my statement.
Okay.
I restart.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. So your statement is showing that if they're better at picking, they're still doing bad because they keep picking the bad men.
That's not what I'm saying.
So therefore, it's not. Why are women better at vetting their men?
Yeah.
That's your statement, right?
Why are women better at vetting men?
So,
better at vetting the men. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think that's the case.
And you're basing this on STD.
And that's part of the reason why.
And you're basing this on STD rates, which the logic you just tried to give me, I already disproved it in real, like, so you have to come with a different point, because that point didn't land. You see what I'm saying? Because your point was, okay.
It's not a matter of landing. You're still saying that this is the reason why. And then here we go again. Say, if so many women are divorcing their partners because their partners are inadequate, how are we getting to a place where over 70% of married women are filing divorce because they're bad men?
Because they're man what?
How do you date somebody, spend enough time with someone, into a place with that percent of women are divorced because they're with somebody who is, let's say, a bad man? It's not compatible. How do we get to a stage where you take the time to date someone and then go through an engagement and then marry them to decide that this person is pretty much not good for me? Like, that's a long step in between, right? We were supposed to be able to come together, find a goal, and reach the goal together, right? As a couple. So how is it that we're going to say that 7% of married women are not, if the case is they're better at vetting? Okay.
So a few things. So I don't think that divorce rates disprove that women are better at vetting than men, first and foremost. And I think that so let me tell you why where I'm coming from. The first reason for everything you're saying, right? The best explanation would be because men are liars and manipulators, right? That would be the easiest answer, the easiest way to answer what you're saying, right? Like, why are women divorcing men? How did they date a man for 4 or 5 years and then find out that you know what I'm saying? First and foremost, the men are liars. Men be lying, men be masking, first and foremost. Secondly, do you realize that when they divorce the man, that is still a part of the process of vetting? When do you think vetting happens? Do you think vetting only happens when you're dating or before you get married?
So here's the thing. When you choose to marry somebody, you're choosing to be committed. So once you say that, I commit to you, Because we take those vows, that's to do us part.
No, that's not.
So if that's the case,
hold on, wait. Two things.
That's what marriage means to you.
Hold on, wait. You didn't answer my question. Number one. Number two, don't give me what you think marriage is about, because I'm married, and that's not what our marriage is about. Our marriage is not built on till death do us part. I don't believe that. You know what I'm saying? If I'm abusive to my wife and she wants to leave me, she should leave me 100%. And if she becomes neglectful or harmful or whatever to me, then I'm going to leave her. Or she cheats on me, I'm going to leave her. Definitely not till death do us part. Do you know what marriage is? Do you know what marriage is?
No. See, that's what I'm saying. It's not a matter of me, because your definition doesn't mean my definition, and this is what.
No.
So if two people can,
but you don't know what marriage is, though, brother.
Agreement.
Hold on, but do you know what marriage is?
Like,
do you know what marriage is?
That's what I'm saying. What is marriage to you?
No, what literally is marriage? Not ideologically. What is marriage? What is it?
Marriage is a union between two people.
Marriage
do us part. It is literally
it's not. That's no. That is you projecting what you think
so
marriage
you're
is.
That's what I'm saying. Now you're trying to attack my definition. I'm telling you, my definition is.
I'm not asking you what you think.
Choose somebody to get married. You say that it's part of the phase of, if we get married, it's okay. You know what? Let's go our separate ways. We had 5 good years together. There's no problem. So let's just end it.
That's what divorce is for. Then why is divorce a thing? If what you're saying doesn't make any sense, sir. If divorce is a thing, that disproves what you're saying. Because like I said, in reality, what marriage actually is, not what you think it is and what you feel like it is. I'm saying what it actually is. Like literally what it is, the definition of marriage, how it functions in our society. It is not a psychological bond or whatever between two people. That is not what it is. It is literally a contract between two people. It is like the merging of two companies. That's what it is, right?
Yes.
And it ain't for life.
Yeah.
It ain't for life. It's until one or both parties says, this is not good for me, I'm leaving. It is not for life. It is not a binding contract for life. That is your idea of marriage. I'm not giving you my idea of marriage. I'm saying what literally is marriage. You're telling me, I can tell you what I think marriage is. I can tell you what it feels like to me as a married man. That's fine. We can have that discussion all day long. But I'm telling you what marriage actually is.
And then you still get back to the original point, which is, if you're choosing to engage in this union and you two agree on something, what's the whole point of getting married? If it's something that can be easily undone, if there's no reasons that there, adultery, abuse, we understand when you're filing your marriage, nobody should have to go through that.
Do you think a woman getting abused is a good enough reason to get divorced? Do you think a woman getting abused or a person getting abused is good enough to get a divorce?
That's grounds for divorce.
That's grounds for divorce. Okay.
Toxic to your partner.
I got you. Now,
if you're
hold on, wait.
Your partner,
wait, I hear you.
Unhealthy, of course.
Yeah. So what constitutes abuse? What are some forms of abuse?
I mean, we don't have to get into what
No. That's important. That's important. That's important. That's important for this discussion. What are some forms of abuse?
There's emotional abuse.
And what does that look like? Yep. What does emotional abuse look like?
All right.
What does emotional abuse look like?
Well, it's not a matter of, here's the thing. I'm not going to get into defining all of these.
Why not?
When we both can acknowledge that those things will not be tolerated, right?
Okay.
They go against the whole union, which is the point of the issue.
So my point.
Nobody goes into a union in a contract, as you say, and say, we're just going to undo it just because it's fine. Let's just go our separate ways. Like, why even get to that point? Because you're still. But
that's my point. That's what I'm just checking.
Better at picking.
Just checking. That's what I'm trying to tell you. That's why it was important. That's why I wanted you to tell me what are the many forms of abuse, because The reason why women are getting abused, getting divorced the vast majority of the time is directly linked to the man being abusive. You see what I'm saying? So when you ask, when you're asking why would you get into that? You hold on. Hold on.
That it's not abuse.
There's
leading cause of
tell
divorces.
me what you already been wrong about whatever data you quoted already. So you tell me what data you're talking about. I hate when you guys quote data. You use the word data and you've never read any data on it. What data are you talking about? Are you talking about cheating? That's abuse. Are you talking about financial? That's financial abuse is abuse. Not communicating is abuse. Lying is abuse. Manipulating, like, what are you talking about? It's almost always linked to abuse.
Yeah, you're naming all these things that are done by people, right?
By mainly men. 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 Yeah, overwhelmingly men.
Of course.
Say what?
Well, there's more information that keeps coming out that is saying completely different than what you're saying.
No, it's not.
Like 50%
okay.
of all married women are cheating.
There's no data that says that. There's no data that says that. Just checking. There's no data that says that. You've never read it before. Yeah. I'll pay you $100 right now to substantiate. Just checking. Just checking. Just checking. Just checking. I will pay you $100 right now if you can show me one source, scientifically backed source, that says that 50% of married women are cheating. One source. All I need is one source.
Yeah.
That's it. Right now.
You can Google it yourself.
I have Googled it.
And you'll find
it doesn't exist. I've Googled it. It doesn't exist. So where did you, how did you Google it?
It's been blasted all over.
It hasn't been blasted on the news. Sir, that wasn't a study. That wasn't a study. Just so you know, that wasn't a study. That was a poll conducted. That was a poll conducted, and it wasn't even in America. That's what I'm saying. Before you say stuff, all I'm asking you to do, just checking, which is a funny name for a person that hasn't checked out any fucking thing they're saying. All I'm asking you to do is to go check it out first. Go check it out. Like, don't just say it. Like, you're proof that men just regurgitate shit that they've heard. They don't actually study. Go look it up for yourself. You've never. Are you telling me right now? Are you going to tell me right now in front of all of these people that you have literally sat down, Googled this shit, read the study, read the preface, read the data? You've read studies on it. That's what you're going to tell me right now. All I'm asking you is yes or no. Yes, just checking. Just checking. Yes or no. You've done that.
Yeah, that's.
Yes or no? Have you done that?
A lot of information coming out.
I'm not asking. Hold on. I know, and I'm reading it. I'm reading it.
I just told you I did.
You didn't read it though.
I just told you I did.
Where did you read it?
Trying to tell me what I didn't do.
Because you didn't read it. You've never read a study on. There is no study that says that. That's what I'm saying. There is no study that says that.
Dude, you're so check this out. Okay, so based on your information that you're saying about men, right?
Yes.
You're saying men are liars, men are doing this.
Yes, overwhelmingly. I'm not saying women don't lie, just checking. I just want you to understand. Women lie too. Women cheat too. Women manipulate too. But overwhelmingly, the party that is most responsible for doing those things are going to be men. Overwhelmingly. Period, point blank.
Based on what?
Based on fucking data. Based on all the data, based on, hold on. How do you want me to slice this, right? Because if I give you, hold on, you must have a delay because you keep, I think you might have a delay because your internet is a little off. But so let me tell you,
yeah,
two things. A, what I'm saying without a doubt is proven. You can go look it up if you want to. I'm fine with that. I'm perfectly okay. You can go review it on Pew. You can go look up the reasons why women get divorced or the reasons why people get divorced. You can look up why women are. You even said it. Here's the funniest thing. You mentioned that 70% of divorces are filed by women. Okay, just checking. Let's just use that. Let's use that snapshot, that snippet, right, of evidence. Fine. What do you think that says? If 70% of women are filing for divorce, what do you think that is saying? What do you get from that?
It's saying a whole lot about commitment.
Hold on. What do you think? See, you don't get to play dumb now, right? Because you're walking head first to the point. Don't play stupid now.
reality.
That's not. Hold on. That's not the reality.
No, we're talking about.
Okay, that's fine. You're saying it's a lack of commitment. Just checking. Just checking. I'm cool.
Yeah, it's a lack of
commitment. By who? You think that proves that the women are the ones that aren't committed? That doesn't make sense. Why would a woman think about it logically now? Hold on. Think about it. Just checking.
Just look at this for a
Think
moment.
about it logically. Why would a woman leave a relationship with a man who was committed to her? That doesn't make sense.
So, well, based on everything you already said, you're pretty much saying if you get lied to, it's okay for a divorce.
Of course.
Based on everything you said right now, if you lied to somebody, a divorce should happen.
Of course.
No matter how big lie, no matter how small, it doesn't matter. Based on your.
Are you a liar? Are you a liar? Just checking. Are you a liar?
I don't believe in lying. I don't have.
Okay, so you don't believe in lying. Okay, hold on, wait. So you don't believe in lying. Fine.
I don't believe in it whatsoever.
I got you. Okay.
It's not something I teach. It's not something I preach.
Okay, so then why are you justifying lying? Why are you saying it don't matter the size of lie? Does it matter?
You're saying no. It is grounds for a divorce.
Of course, it's grounds for divorce. What's worse than lying to somebody? Like, how much worse does it get than lying to people? Are you serious?
That's exactly what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. To me, I believe in honesty. And at the same time, we got to understand that not everything is as big as some people.
But you sound like a liar, though. That's what I'm trying to tell you. For a person who said, because I lied. Like, I've lied before. I'll lie again, right? I'm saying, I'm not going to sit here and lie about not lying. Like, that's crazy. But you say if you want me to believe that you are a man of that, if you are a man of integrity, then it's a zero. You have a zero tolerance for it, right? For it, you're not going to do it. You're not going to do it, nor are you going to accept it. That's what I'm saying. The only person that will be willing to accept a motherfucking lying to them is a person that lies. That's what I'm saying.
And that's why when it comes to people in my life, this is a personal thing. I don't tolerate liars, male or female.
Then you're contradicting yourself.
Okay. No, I'm not contradicting myself. What I'm saying is you want to impose your belief on reasons for divorce. You want to subjugate it to lying, cheating, beating.
I want to subjugate who? I want to subjugate who to what?
Your idea of reasons for divorce. Dude.
Those are reasons for divorce. They're not my reasons. They are the reasons for divorce.
You're saying. See, I understand that a lot of these things are terrible. What are people willing to work through? All right, that's up to the people. It's up to the individuals.
Exactly.
I can't impose my will on somebody else.
That's what you're trying. All right. Listen, just checking. You are contradicting. You are being a hypocrite. I'm not imposing hold on. Stop it, sir, stop. Listen to what I'm saying. I'm not the one putting the value on it. Listen to what I'm saying. I'm not. You don't know what you're talking about. It's not this hard to understand. If 70% of women are divorcing men, they have put the value on it. That's what I'm trying to. It's not me. They're saying I'm leaving because he's not committed to me, because he won't show up in our relationship, because he's a liar. And I'm just telling you that's why they are leaving. And you're acting like I'm the one projecting that onto them. No, that's what they're saying. They're saying this is why we're leaving the men. Like, what are you not understanding?
Divorce or failure.
Huh?
Divorce or failure.
Is divorce a failure? No, I don't look at divorce as a failure.
Divorce or failure.
I don't look at it as a failure.
Sorry, what's that?
No. Oh shit.
I didn't.
Hold on. He's gonna be gone by the time I get back. Fucked up. Huh? It's 7 p.m. 95.
You want to talk on my phone?
Yeah. What, you gonna go up there? Or are you gonna join the panel? No, that's good. We're good. Don't worry. We're bike. We're already.
I'm slapping, I'm right through the back like a book.
Come on, man. Dude.
No, I can acknowledge what you're
what I
saying.
said.
It's a bad thing. You know, when you commit to somebody, you shouldn't be willing to do stuff like that. Let's just be real. There's terrible people on both sides. But we can't sit here and not want to understand.
Hold on.
Why? What's going on?
Just 1 second, just checking.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is that men are leaving women who are in a dire situation that they did not necessarily put themselves in, a medical situation that such as, you know, for example, cancer. They're leaving their women 6 times more than women will leave the men who are in a similar situation. However, the reason why women are leaving men in these essentially what they're called is irreconcilable differences, marriages, when they leave marriages like that, where it's not specifically adultery or something along the lines of that, it's typically because the men are doing things like weaponizing competence, where they act like they're not capable of doing things that they're perfectly capable of doing. They should be as adults. They are not communicating. They show no emotional regulation. They show no compassion. And then, so for those reasons, women are leaving the marriages because the men are not contributing. They're not committing to the relationship in the way that they should. And then when we talk about dire situations, men consistently leave women at a much higher rate over something that has nothing to do with them, simply a medical situation that is happening to them. So it seems like men have a much higher rate of non-committance if women are leaving them because of their non-committance, and then as well as
cheating. Cheating is the biggest form of non-committing.
That is the biggest one.
That's the easiest one, and men cheat more than women. We know that. So I don't know what to tell you. Men cheat more. Also, I would say physical violence higher. That would show that men are committed. The fact that men don't show up for their children. The fact who abandons their kids more, men or women? Men. Who neglects their children
abuse children more.
Per capita, men by far. Overall, women, but they spend more time with the kids.
That's not true at all,
sir. Just checking. You have to stop.
Higher.
Sir. I promise you. Nothing. Hold on. Nothing I'm telling you. Nothing that I've said thus far. When you try to quote a fake stat that you've never read, I promise you.
No, you can find this.
I've looked it up.
This is all.
I've read the study. I've read
website.
the study. I've read it. You haven't. I've read it. You haven't.
Their fathers 100 times.
I've read it. I've read it. You haven't. I already know it. I've read it. You haven't. I promise you. You haven't read it. You wouldn't. I know you haven't because you wouldn't be saying the thing you're saying. I promise you, right? Because when you talk about saying that women abuse kids more than men,
it's true.
It is. I'm not. That's also like saying who gets unalived more by the police, white people or black people?
White people more.
White people get more. And why do white people get unalived more by the police?
It's because there's more.
Because there's more white people, right? So there's more interactions between the police with white people than there are with black people, right? Okay, fine. Per capita, you know what per capita means, right?
Yeah.
Okay, per capita, who gets unalived more? White people or black people?
It's white people.
No, fuck no. Not even close. Black people. Not even close. Not even close. What do you think BLM was about? What do you think? What do you think BLM was about? If white people got unalived at the same rate that black people got unalived, the police would have already been defunded.
Well, you're talking about police. I thought you was talking about just in general.
Sir, stop. Don't play stupid.
No,
you knew what I was saying this whole time. I have been very clear, and I have 100% clearly articulated my words. Do not play with me. I'll repeat. I'll start over again for you. Police unalive white people more overall because they make up 55, damn near 60% of our population, right? Fine. Those are overall numbers. So we understand that, right? But they are underrepresented when it comes to police violence. The same way white people are underrepresented in the military. The same way white people are underrepresented in prison and so on and so on. They're underrepresented in all of these institutions. Black people are overrepresented, right? We only make up 13, 14% of the population, but we make up 30% of everybody locked up. Damn near 40% of everybody locked up. We represent 30% of police unalivings, but we're only 13% of the population. We're overrepresented, right? Now let's go to child abuse. Yes, men and women, right, commit the number of incidents of abuse are committed more by mothers. Yes, slightly more, by the way, slightly more, but they spend 3 times more. They spend 3 times more time with the children than men do. Women have, like, I think right now when I looked at it recently, because it was 85%, it's not 85% anymore. It's in the high 60s now, almost like it's around like 65, 70% of custodial parents are mothers. So what are you talking about? If mothers are 4 times more if mothers spend 4 times more time with the children, but they commit abuse at the same rate, roughly the same rate as men, that would mean that per capita, men commit abuse far more than mothers do. That's what I'm saying. When men have access to children, they commit abuse far more than mothers do. That is what the same study that said these numbers too. That's where I read it at. I read it all in the same study. It wasn't in a different study. It was in the same study. You just never read it. You just heard that from somebody, and you guys regurgitate the same talking point. I'm telling you, sir. There's no need to lie. Just checking. There's no need to lie to me about it. Don't lie. It makes you look worse.
Man, because what I get what you're saying. You know, like I said, the issue here is when you talk about things like that, it's a matter of education,
sir.
Right? No matter what you want to say about who has access to the children, we can agree putting your hands and yelling on children.
What's the number one form of abuse of children?
Can we agree?
What's the number one form of abuse of children?
No, and can you answer?
No, I'm not answering. Yes, fine. Don't beat on kids. Fine. What's the number one form of abuse of children? It was in that study you claim to have read. It's right.
Emotional abuse.
Nope, it's not emotional abuse.
No,
it's not. What is it called? No, what is it called specifically? What's the number one form? You guys don't help them in the comments. What is it? What is it called? What is the word for it? I'm giving you the answer. What is it? It's in the same study.
No, I mean, yeah, I mean, they all fall into the category.
No, what is it? What did they say it was?
Yeah,
what did they say it was?
Is irrelevant to what the issue.
What did they say it was, sir?
I don't need to give you more information.
Okay, so you don't know what it is. Say I don't know, and that's fine. Just checking. I was just checking to see if you knew.
You're just trying to undermine the issue instead of having.
What issue am I trying to undermine? Stop projecting.
Why would you want to test my intelligence?
I'm not, sir. This whole discussion is This whole discussion is rooted in. I don't need to test your intelligence.
About your issues.
I don't know if you're intelligent or not, but I do. Hold on, just checking.
You keep moving the goalpost.
I haven't moved the goalpost once. Just checking. I don't know what your intelligence is. I don't know what your level of intelligence is. I do know what your level of education is on these topics, though, that I can tell, and it's very limited at best. I don't care if you're smart. You can be smart.
You haven't explained explain anything beyond any what you're doing right now, which is
what are you talking about?
Anytime there's a rebuttal, and there's a level of I'm trying to understand what you're getting at. You deflect.
That is you. You haven't answered any of my questions. All you've been doing, just checking. I will play this back right now. I will just checking. Just checking. It's not about abuse.
We're talking about abuse.
No, we're not.
Child abuse.
No, we're not. This was just an example. Nope. See, you don't even know. How do we?
We're on that topic, and now you're just asking me a question. You know, like,
sir,
what was it called? What was it called?
Sir,
that's not gonna get the point.
Sir, stop. Calm down. Take a deep breath. Seriously. What I'm telling you is I know full and well how we got here. I could replay it back, not even physically. I can do it physically or I can do it mentally. I know how we got here. And the way that we got here was from you deflecting. That's how we got here. It literally was from you deflecting, not me. I didn't deflect once.
Oh, man. Okay.
All you've been doing is deflecting. I asked you a question. Hold on. Just checking. I've asked you several direct questions that you have failed to answer, like at least 4, right? You don't, which either you know the answer to and you don't want to answer it, or you don't know the answer and then you won't just say, oh, I don't know the answer to it. And then you just make up a new point to try to seem like you understand what you're talking about. But what I'm saying is, yes, that's what happened, and it's okay. What I'm saying is ultimately why we are here, right? How we got here ultimately is because of the prompt, and the prompt still stands. Women are better at vetting men than men. Women are better at vetting than men are, because women are the ones who leave the relationships, because vetting doesn't stop. Just so you know, it doesn't stop. You can get engaged. You vetted him to get engaged. You can get married. You vet him. You can have children. Vetting is a continuous thing. It happens the whole time throughout the relationship, and the women are the ones who are continuously vetting men the whole entire relationship. They continue to vet us. Hence a huge reason why they leave us, because they're good at vetting, because they pick up on the red flags. And when you ask, well, how didn't she? Well, because the whole theory is she got into this relationship, right? How did she end up getting an STD? That was your first thing. How did she end up getting an STD? And I'll tell you how.
I didn't say how she ended up getting into it.
That's what you were saying.
No, you're changing.
Just checking. You want me to rewind it? Because I'll rewind it.
Changing what my statement.
I'm not changing your statement. Don't do the narc.
You are.
Don't try to do the narcissist reverse Uno shit.
No,
it don't work, bro. That is.
My statement was the women were getting STDs from a small pool of men.
And you said, and your point, and your ultimate point in bringing that up was what?
Because you just brought up what I said.
No. And your ultimate point, when you brought up the STDs that women contract, was what? What were you trying to say? What point were you trying to make?
It was the fact that a large number of women are choosing bad men who are spreading disease.
So that doesn't negate what I'm saying. That's the same fucking thing.
You just asked me what my point was.
I know, and that's what I just said. I didn't put words in your mouth. That is what you were saying. I said what you just said. What are you talking about? You were like, how are the women, if they're good at vetting, how are they ending up with these men that are giving them STIs and STDs? That's what you were saying. I didn't put words in your mouth. That's what you were saying. And I'm saying the reason why is because when they got with him, he was an honest guy. He was a nice guy. He wasn't cheating on her. He wasn't sleeping around, right? He got with her. They dated. They had a baby or two. And then he started to cheat. And then he brought back an STI, unbeknownst to her. She didn't know. She's a married woman. She's a woman in a committed relationship. She had no fucking idea, right? She finds out she has an STI. That's what happened. You're saying that that's her fault. She didn't vet him good enough. How would she figure? How would she know? How would she know?
Simple. If you're sexually engaged with somebody, you probably should get tested. You should probably.
That's how she found out. Just checking.
The whole dating phase is. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Just checking. I'm sorry. Can I ask a question?
Go ahead.
Just checking. Just checking. Can I ask a question? I think this will clock it all. Do you think body count matters?
Do I think it matters for what?
Should it matter?
My definition of it all is totally probably different from yours.
What is body count?
In what context are you asking?
What is your definition of body count?
I'm asking. Was my definition?
No, his, because he's acting like it's a different definition for body count.
No. Let her answer my question. Don't try to.
No, that was for you. No. You said my definition of it is different.
She asked me, does body count matter? And I asked her in what context for her. Because
so
certain things, it does.
I answer your question, disingenuous or not. I answer your question. In any aspect where there is any type of relation in sexual matter, right? So that's going to be all of them. That's not just penetration. You know, it's going to be all of them. Does body count matter?
When it comes to choosing a partner, it doesn't matter if you both are being safe, because a person's past is a person's past. And that's something that we have to understand when it comes to these things, right? Somebody could have 50 partners. Let's just be real. It's not uncommon now.
Okay.
Somebody might have 2 partners and contract HIV. It's a matter of 2 people communicating and making sure they're safe.
So
now,
here's
for
where
me,
I think
that's the only thing that's important when it comes to things like that. Your sexual history is, we both have to know it. We both have to make sure we're safe, because if we're engaging in something, we both have to be on the same page.
Hey, that's the smartest thing you said today.
Well, for real.
Well,
that right there, that was it. It don't get no better than that. That was a perfect answer.
Bro, you know,
that was legitimately the best answer you could have given. I would have given legitimately the same answer. Yep. But here's the thing. Here's the problem. Most men are liars. They're liars about it. And they will sit there and be like, oh, well, body count matters for a woman because, like you said, it will taint her. You said that. I didn't say that. You said that. You didn't say that about men, but you certainly said that about women. And here's the other problem with that, is that men will sit there and lie. They will not get tested, which is why they have a lower overall statistical rate, because they don't get tested. And then they sit there and say that they did, or they'll lie about it, or they just never do it. And then they go and look for women who are inexperienced, who are young, and who are like don't have the knowledge to engage with it. And then basically you're blaming all of this on women when the reality is it's men. The problem is with men. You're saying it's a small select group of men. It's them on a widespread.
Even based on your logic, it would still be men's fault. Even if it's 20% of the men that's doing it, fine. It's still men doing it.
There's trash men out there. We can't deny that.
But most men are trash, though, brother.
Everybody in.
I'm not lumping everybody in. I'm not lumping everybody in. Majority of men are trash. Yeah, majority of men are trash. And here's why.
All right.
I'll give you an example.
At the same time, part of the way we rule out a lot of these things is by understanding you as a partner, you have the right to be able to go down with this man to get tested. Because if we're going to be good vetters, I need to be making good choices.
How often should a married couple get tested? How often should a married couple get tested for STIs in your estimation?
A married couple shouldn't get tested often because you would hope in the practical world that you both are honest.
Okay. Hold on.
So if you
and who makes up the largest and who makes up the largest demographic of newly infected? Hold on.
So I can finish.
Who makes up?
Let me get my statement.
The largest? No.
Just let me finish.
Go ahead.
See, that's what I'm saying. That's why I can't finish and articulate a message, because I keep getting interrupted, man. Let me finish what I'm saying. Because if you're married and you will hope both parties are being honest. Something happened where one is being deceptive. You're well within your right. woman or a man to say, hey, look, I'm worried about this.
This is irrelevant. This is why I cut you off, just checking. This is boring. I want to get to the point. So what I'm asking you is, if it's I'm asking you, how often should married couples get checked out? And you even just said it right now. You said you would hope, because logically, who the fuck's going to get tested every 6 weeks if they're married, sir? That don't make no sense. And I just said married just for an example, but it don't even got to be married. If you're in a committed relationship with a person, you ain't got to be married. If you're in a committed relationship with a person, who is logically going to go get tested every fucking 6 weeks, every 8 weeks, every 3? Like, nobody is doing that, bro. Like, let's be for real. And by the way, nobody should have to do. Stop talking while I'm talking. Nobody should have to do that. Nobody should have to do that. I mean, we can sit here and play fucking Monday morning quarterback all day. I'm not that person. I'm not gonna do that. I live in reality. That's crazy. Oh yeah, I'm gonna go get tested every 3. You should not have to do that. If you have to do that, this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. If you have to do that, then nobody should be in a relationship with anybody. If that's what we have to do to make sure that we're not getting freaking HIV and whatever else is out there, nobody should be. Why would I ever be in a committed relationship with a person if that's how if I can't trust that person to not go out, sleep with somebody else and bring back an STI? If I think about that in a relationship, I'm saying, if I'm in a relationship with the person and I'm going, I don't know what people are up to, I got to go get checked every 6 weeks. I'm not doing all of that. I'm not a corn star. Why do I have to live my life like a corn star? That's crazy.
I agree, man. No, nobody. Yeah, when you're committed, see, that's what I'm saying. When you're in a committed relationship, that's why for me, in the beginning of the relationship, we're gonna get on the same page. We're gonna make sure we're both doing the right things. You know, because that's being a mature adult.
I'm so sorry.
I agree with you. Not everybody should, you shouldn't need to do that. You should feel safe enough with the person to know. But if, like I said, the thing that comes up is when there's that doubt, 2 healthy people should be able to talk and make sure we can get this squared away, man. That's it.
Just checking. I just want to circle back on this, though. The whole reason I feel like the host brought this point up is that, like, you were talking about commitment, and the issue is that men fail to commit. And this is why women are better at vetting, because we constantly keep checking and rechecking and re-verifying that man is committing. Because over time, men will lie and say that they're committing when they're not really committing. Because we see that over and over again. We see that when boyfriends cheat on girlfriends, and we see that when husbands step out on wives. But not even just that, we see that in the example that I originally gave you, which is that a denomination of 6 times men will leave their women versus women leaving their men over a chronic disease.
You want to know that here's the thing that people don't want to acknowledge about these things, right? For everything that you're saying, I'm not justifying what they're doing, but for everything you just said, those men are well within their rights to do so. It might be ugly. It might be hard to swallow. We're going to use the same.
They're well within their right to do what?
For that.
What are they? You talking about to leave a sick? What?
To leave if everybody
rights to leave women who are sick.
Hey, like I said, it's not right. But if we're gonna base all these things off of this of vetting,
what does that have to do with vetting?
No.
Hold on.
I need you to
what does that have to? No. Fuck that. What does that have to do with vetting?
No.
What does leaving somebody when they're sick have to do with vetting? That's not vetting. That's nothing to do with vetting.
If that man decides he got into a point, right, where he's saying this is not something I want, does he have to stay?
Yes.
That's exactly what we're saying with women. If you are not going to come forward as a man, if you're not going to be there as a man And you're sitting there like, I can't do the dishes, or I will do the dishes, and then you do them wrong, even though you're capable of doing. That's weaponizing competence, which is one of many, many contributors as to why people do no fault divorce, women specifically, at a much higher rate than men, because we realize that you will not come for it unless it benefits you. And that's exactly what you're saying right now. You're saying that if I didn't sign up for her being sick,
Yep,
but I
I
thought
can
it was
leave.
until death do us part. I thought it was, you know, no matter what. Like, I thought it was commitment.
When it was abuse, when the man was cheating, he wanted the woman to work through it. And the women are the ones who just have hold on. When the men were cheating on the women and the men were abusing the women, you wanted the women to stick around and wait it out, and they got a lack of commitment. But when a woman gets sick, you're saying, well, he got the right to leave. Like, what the fuck are you talking? Are you serious? That's not.
You're misconstruing what I'm saying.
Okay, hold on. Let him try to reword it now. I want to hear this. Go ahead.
No, because it's still the same.
Okay.
My belief is you're committed to your partner through sickness and health.
You just said they weren't.
But that's not to say those people decide for themselves, because we're saying if we're gonna stay consistent, those men should have the same right as women when it comes to deciding I want out.
No.
I'm sorry, but you're
inconsistent. Hold on, wait. Listen to what I'm saying, brother. Listen closely. A person abusing me, mentally, emotionally, financially, whatever, is not the same as a person who gets sick and it negatively impacting my life, which it will. It will negatively impact my life. No doubt about it. If my partner gets sick, it will negatively impact my life. But it doesn't give me the right morally. That doesn't give me the right to leave. Morally. Legally, yes, you can leave. Morally, absolutely the fuck not. Absolutely not. Leaving my partner if and when she were ever to become sick, simply because she's sick. Not because she cheated on me. Not like, even if my wife cheated on me and she got sick, I would still stay with her until she got better. Like, I wouldn't leave her. Even if she cheated on me, I wouldn't leave her sick. That's crazy. I wouldn't leave her sick. I'm sorry, I can't do it. But I'm saying that those two things are not the same. So it's odd the way you're trying to conflate them. You're trying to make it seem like, oh, well, if she's sick, he could just leave because that's his prerogative. Like, that's not, brother, that is moral. You are morally bankrupt if you leave your partner when they are sick. I'm sorry to tell you that. That's crazy.
Not being more, no, because we're gonna hold everybody to the same standard. If we're
it's not the same standard.
True.
It's not the same standard. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Hold on. Just check it. Should you get the same? Should you get the same amount of time? Should you get the same amount of time in prison? Hold on. Should you get the same amount of time in prison for unaliving somebody as you do for breaking a window?
No, it's not.
It is not the same fucking thing, correct? Fine. Exactly. This is not that. What you're saying, by your logic, you're saying that by your logic, you're trying to make the point that everything has to be weighted and da da da. No, your partner being sick it is a completely different thing. Do you know why that vow was put in there, by the way? That through sickness and health, that wasn't put in for women. That wasn't put in for, you don't have to tell a woman to stay with the man if he's sick. She will. You don't have to tell her that. You got to tell men that shit, though. You got to tell men through sickness and health. You got to tell men till death do us part. You got to tell men that shit. You don't got to tell women that. Women do that shit. That's what I'm saying. Like, nothing, like, but
we got it.
Go ahead, brother.
Yeah, but we got to understand, man. It's like what you're saying is has their own reasons. There's men who get left after they lose their job, no fault of their own. Family's destroyed.
No man gets recovered. Men aren't getting left just because they're losing their jobs. Men aren't getting left just because they lost their jobs.
Every time I say something, you want discredit.
Yes, what you're saying don't make sense. Hold on. Just checking. I don't have to accept your bullshit. I don't care if if everything you're saying is bullshit, I'm gonna clock it as bullshit. Don't try to gaslight me and be like, every time I say something, you say it's bullshit. Because it is. I'm not fucking making it up.
About somebody having the choice to say they don't want to deal with it.
Because 10 minutes ago, you were saying the complete fucking opposite. That's why. And we all know that a person leaving a person when they're sick is not the same as a person leaving a person when they cheat or when they abuse. Okay?
You just said about, you've been talking this whole time about commitment. And as soon as it's inconvenient to a man, such as if there's sickness or any inconvenience to a man, then you're like, well, then they have the right to leave. I want you to explain when a man has a right to leave as opposed to a woman. Because you said if that's their right.
No, that's not. No, see, that's what I'm saying. My stance is if you're going to allow women to have the power to leave under whatever they decide.
Nope, not under whatever they decide.
You can't be one-sided.
I'm not being one-sided. Don't boot. I'm not like you, sir. I never said that women or anybody, right? We never talked about until mine brought it up. Me and you and I were not talking about women leaving men when they were sick. We never said that. We were talking about abuse.
Right.
That was it. Now you're trying to act. Now you're doing this straw man bullshit. Like, oh well, you guys said she has a right to leave whenever she's getting abused, not just because a man got sick. Nobody would have agreed to that. Like, what are you talking about? I would have said the same fucking thing. If you would have said, does a woman have the right to leave a man? Please. If you would have said, does a woman have the right to leave a man simply because he got sick? I would say no. I would say no, that's fucked up.
And they don't
really say it's part of the vetting process.
I didn't say that was part of the vetting process.
You did.
No, I did, sir. You're not good at this. My memory is better than yours. I never said that.
No, it's not.
I never said
The vetting process continues.
Yes, in the vetting process, a person getting sick is not a part of the vetting. I literally just said the opposite of that. I just said the vetting process is that does not constitute vetting. A person getting sick is not you vetting their character. You're not vetting them. They're fucking sick. Like, what are we talking about here? They're sick. You want to compare that to losing your job? Fine. Now I have to ask you, why did you lose your job? Why did you lose your job? When you lost your job, were you actively looking for another job? How long were you did you pick up the slack at home? Were you helping out more at home? Or did you just lose your job and start soaking and stomping around the house all day, crying and weeping and shit because you lost your job? Is that what happened? Because that's what happens. When women leave men, when they lose their jobs, that's the shit the men don't talk about. How did you handle losing? We know how men, once a man loses a job, how bad he takes it, right? Men be ready to unalive their whole families.
We know.
Yes, because men put all of their stock in having a fucking job and being able to control their woman financially. And when they don't have that, then they don't know who the fuck they are. That is the fault of the man, not anybody else. Maybe you can blame society too, but in that instance, it will be the fault of the man. So that man loses his job, and we all know from the numbers that when women are the breadwinners in the family, when the women make the most money, and when women make all the money in the family, they do more labor at home than not only the man, but also women who make less money than them. That's what the studies show. So once again, when we have this discussion, when I have this discussion with men, I always ask them, if a man gonna try to tell me, oh, my wife left me after I lost my job, I have a line of questions I'm going to ask him. It is not going to be, oh, that's fucked up. Because yeah, that would be fucked up, just checking. I definitely would agree. If you had a job, you had a great career, you were doing your thing, and they just laid you off or fired you simply because they were downsizing, right? And your woman left you 2 months later, and you were actively trying to find a job, and you weren't being, you know what I mean? You was like, fuck, I work at Target, whatever, and you just couldn't get a job. You was doing everything you could, and she just fucking bounced. I would definitely look at her side. Definitely. I'd be like, damn, that's fucked up. That's fucked up. That's crazy. But if it ain't that, which in most cases, believe it or not, it's not that, then I don't give a fuck. I'm not about to sit here and justify that shit.
I agree with
I'm not about to sit here and be like, oh, the woman is wrong because she left this lazy ass man after why'd you lose your job? Oh, I told this man every day he needs to stop talking back to his bosses. I told this man every day he needs to show up on time. I told this man stop taking 2-hour lunches at work. I told this man be more productive at work. Did he listen? No. Now he's fired and we ain't got no fucking money and I'm leaving. I don't blame her. I don't blame her at all.
I'm on the same page with you. I'm a firm believer that, you know, as men, you help out. You know, I'm a father. I love my children. I love taking care of them. Take them to the park. You know, you show up. I believe in that.
Would you say the same things that you're saying here to your daughter?
You want to know? Let me help you. Let me help you understand more who I am because of this. I will never allow my daughter to fail in life by giving her a false sense of reality of how the world works.
And you think the world works like how?
So here's the thing. One of the issues you have with what I say is about the whole lady getting sick. That's not something I'll do. For whatever reason somebody else has, that's between those people.
And yet
I'm
you
not
just sit here and judge every woman.
He made the right choice for him. I'm not going to say he made the wrong choice. Because everybody has their own reason, which is part of the thing. If we're going to be okay with certain people saying, well, he's not doing enough, I should leave. If we can agree that you have that right, hey, what those people decide, it fucking sucks. And I hope they don't have kids because the kids are going to go through a hard life. Because I wouldn't want kids to go through stuff like that. It's not right. Deserve both parents.
All right, let me read this real quick. Tonight just said, "Ho, is you Kermit?" Dark Oracle said he is too dumb for this convo. 2 on him. Dark Oracle said we need men to date men, then come back and report. Tantra said it'll be death do us part, but not sickness and health. It's death do us part, but not sickness and health. Yeah, that's crazy. Tonight said leave that hole when his money get low. Cry said, in case anyone was wondering, we got here because Just Checking doesn't know what per capita means.
No, see, she didn't. I told you, I didn't hear that part where you were saying you were still talking about the police. So
Constance said, but didn't he say till death do us part? He did say till death do us part when it applied to men. When it applied to men. I'm sorry, women stand with men, but when it came to men stand with women, then all of a sudden it's he Bobby Schmurder means. Just Checking is one. Venice said, just Checking is one stupid motherfucker. God damn.
Don't play. You know my stance is, man. Just be real about it.
Just be real about what?
People are entitled. If people are going to be entitled to their reasons, you either be okay with it or leave it up to them, man. You know, because that's just my thing. My thing is you stand by each other, and I think that's something that we've lost as a society.
What does that mean?
You don't mean that though.
Yeah, I don't need. What does that even mean? What are you talking about?
I do mean that.
Are you married? Just checking. Just checking. Are you married? I'll take that as a no. So
I'm sorry, what's that?
Are you married?
I'm not married.
You're not married. Okay. But you have kids.
No.
Yeah. You do it.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, you got kids.
You did.
Yeah. So you didn't stand by
I said I do.
You got kids. You're not married.
No, I mean,
think about it.
Still by mine. And here's what I'll acknowledge, man. Because this is where we have to be at. Because everybody wants to blame everybody. We have to understand our faults. What we did wrong.
What did you do wrong for that woman to leave you?
You know, what I did wrong here. I didn't understand my importance to the family. All right. It wasn't that I wasn't helping out with chores. I wasn't listening. I wasn't doing my part. It's a matter of there was a layer that I was unaware of.
What layer?
which is understanding the things that she's been through and how I need to show up to meet and help there, right?
So it sounds like I don't.
Can you be more
I'm not trying to
specific?
come for you.
Be a little bit more specific. Why did that woman leave you specifically? What did she say on the way out?
Well, that had more to do with her father, because her father, we had a situation where I noticed that he started to be a little weird when it came to my daughter. He ended up being arrested.
Oh,
because there was a situation that I didn't know about. She kept from me, warrant out for his arrest for a child. Yeah, it was one of those things. And
how did that break y'all up though?
Because she chose her father when I was protecting my daughter.
You know what? I know y'all can say whatever. I ain't gonna hold you. I literally know of this situation. Like I know somebody going through this situation.
Yeah.
I don't know if what he's saying is true or not, but I do know without a doubt, with no doubt, I know a man and a woman. Like this exact situation. I have seen it secondhand. I got intimate. Yes. Don't know if I don't know. Could be, could not be. I'm just telling you, I've seen that before.
I'll never tell somebody that their life experience is not their life experience. Can I just ask to be so clear? Would you be, you know what, it's probably not even worth asking. I think I understand what you mean.
I'm an open book.
I just mean to say, was the situation, because you're not saying it, but I think that I'm understanding it as CSA. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Her adopted daughters were taken away by CPS.
No. That's not what I said. The situation with the father. Was child.
Yeah.
SA.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And she.
Damn.
So.
And you got custody of your daughter? And you got full custody of your daughter?
I have custody of my daughter.
Nice.
We have a son together, and somebody asked if I had custody. It's ongoing. She's keeping them away. There's nothing that they, every avenue I take, there's not really.
Wait, you have custody, but
any help? Yeah.
Of your daughter, you have custody.
Yeah.
But of your son.
I filed motions out them.
Wait, so you have 2 baby mamas?
She has custody of them. Yeah.
Wait, hold on. Hold on. So you got 2 baby mamas? You got a daughter with 1 baby mama, and you got a son with another baby mama.
Yeah.
Are both the children safe?
Just checking. Come on, fam. Come on, brother. You can't be up here talking all this shit and got 2 baby mamas, bro. I ain't gonna even hold you. You cannot be up here with 2 baby mamas. You cannot be up here with 2 baby mamas talking this. You can't do that, brother.
Why not?
It's very hypocritical.
So wait a minute, what am I talking?
Just checking.
Hold on.
What I'm talking about is about vetting.
No, you've been talking about commitment too. You couldn't commit to neither one of these.
Yeah, it's committed. Let me do this.
Hold on, mine.
Hey,
Hold on, mine.
Let me do this.
Hold on, mine.
So
Wait.
I'm straight up. Hey, let me let you know. Let me do this. Hold on.
Go ahead.
Because I never get to talk about it because I'm always the kind of person who I'm private. My daughter's mom. I wanted commitment. I wanted a relationship. The circumstances around it were pretty bad, and I didn't realize it. It is one of those things when it comes to growth.
You're gonna have to be specific, brother. I don't understand vague. I don't understand vague terms.
She took out her birth control and didn't tell me.
Okay. She thought she was trapping you.
Yes, and it's just one of you know, of my daughter. I do everything for her. You know, it is important to me. I got married. You know, and like I said, that situation is ongoing.
So you got married. You got married to the woman that you had a daughter with.
I got married to the woman I had a son with. We got married before he was born.
Got you.
You know,
that's the youngest one.
Yeah,
gotcha.
So
So it sounds like you trash at vetting.
Actually happened. Not even.
So is it safe to say that you trash at vetting?
7 months ago. What's that?
So it's safe to say that you're terrible at vetting, right?
I get. Well, it's yeah. I own my shit. I have no problem with it. You know, because the level of growth that I had to understand more about choosing, it took a few things to happen. And then with this last situation, it made me realize even more. You know, it's a matter of when you say vetting, there's more to it. Two people have to be on the same page. And once when you get to that place where, just like I said, abuse and things like that, as a man, a lot of men have to be okay with understanding we don't have to take that. And I think that's kind of where I'm at with it.
All right.
I don't disagree that it's wrong.
So we have arrived. Hold on. So we have arrived, just checking, at the place where we can, with the one man. I mean, if you want, it's two men up here. You vetted terribly. I vetted great. I think I did. I think I did a great job of vetting. But also, I don't think that I vet. I mean, you know, I'm joking when I say I think I did a great job of vetting. I think it's really easy to find a decent woman. I think it's extremely easy. So, you know, but so for you to find two bad ones, sounds like you almost had to go out your way to find two bad women. And have babies with both of them.
Bro, you won't even believe the circumstances.
I wouldn't believe it. You're right. I almost don't believe it, to be honest with you. But
you know,
I'm gonna give it to you right now. I'm gonna concede right now and say, all right, fuck it. You found two terrible baby mamas. You almost had to be like looking for them. Like almost. Like it's really hard to find two terrible women consecutive. Like two, and it just so happened because these weren't the only women you were with, right? You've been with other women too.
No.
You know what I'm saying? So these aren't the
I've had 4 committed relationships.
4 committed relationships. None of them worked out. 2 of them ended with children. And you're not married to any of them right now. You're not committed any longer to any of them. And you want me to believe that men are good at vetting, but and you want me to believe that it was the woman's fault that the relationship ended? Is that what I'm to believe? Is that what I'm to understand right now?
They both chose it.
Well, they chose to leave you.
The marriage ended because I chose my daughter.
So they chose to leave you. Got you.
They chose to leave.
Yeah. So they chose to leave you, which when I look at that 70% divorce rate, I'm like, why would women leave decent men? It's a tough one.
I cook, I clean. I spend time, I take care of the kids, I take time off work to get the appointments due. You know, it's just a matter of I've done enough soul searching, and I understand my daughter's mom, where she was mentally, and I don't fault her for it. We co-parent really well. It's just one of those things where.
Wait. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. But just checking, you're talking about your daughter's mom who chose her father who harmed your all's daughter, and you're co-parenting with her? Oh, the other one.
No, that's my son's mother.
Okay.
Yeah, she's the one.
I thought you said your daughter.
No, I said my daughter's mom.
I'm sorry.
2.
I'm sorry, I'm just a little lost here.
My daughter's mom. Let me help you. Can you?
I fully understand what happened. I got exactly what happened.
Our maturity level wasn't the same.
Yep. So you fucked that one up. She left, and then the second time you had your daughter, and you got married to the woman that you had your son with, and then the grandfather did some inappropriate stuff with some, with your daughter, or at least your daughter was.
No, not my daughter, but
with some women, with some girls.
Children.
Sorry, with some children.
Yeah, she adopted kids. And,
your daughter was at risk, and you didn't like that, and you didn't want to have your baby around that man, and she chose to stand up for her daddy, and that's why that relationship ended, and she chose to leave you.
Yeah.
Because I missed something there. I thought you were talking about your daughter specifically. Had been harmed. No. Okay. Well, I appreciate that you took care of your daughter. I just will say one thing. The ideology that you have right now is going to hurt your daughter. So I would
it's not.
You to think, no, I guarantee you it will hurt her, because the way you think is going to be harmful to her. Because she's going to think, oh, well, I just have to find the right guy, and then I don't have to do the things that I know are correct, which is get myself tested, ensure that he gets tested, stuff like that. That is what's going to harm your daughter, because you just have to find the right guy, and then you don't have to get checked. That's the kind of ideology that men have, that you have. It's that women pick wrong, and that's why they get STDs and STIs. Your ideology is going to get your daughter harmed.
This is a heavy.
You don't understand what my beliefs are.
Wait, we've been listening to your beliefs.
Yeah, you don't understand what my beliefs are. What you're
just checking. We've been listening to your beliefs for an hour, brother. We've heard you.
No, we're talking about other people.
No, you've been telling us what you think.
My stances are.
Sir, please be so fucking for real. We've heard what you said.
No, when it comes to commitment,
you can't really.
She just recited back what she thinks of my understanding, and it's not that.
Ali said your niece.
Hold on. Question, and I was showing. Like this.
Hold on, I gotta read this real quick. Ali said, your niece waving at you saying, "Hey, public, what up, Ali? Are you?" Go ahead, brother. I'm tripping. Ali said this nigga needs to go to the vet and get neutered.
I have 2 children. Like what is?
They saying no more, man. No more.
That's just.
It sounds like so.
No, what is you're wrong in your ideology?
Okay, so the things that you're talking about, right? When it comes to being tested and people getting sick, I don't share those views.
So what would you tell your what would you give your advice?
Their wives.
Hey, why didn't you stay? Why didn't you stay with your hold on. Wait, just checking. You're am I to understand that your ex-wife has custody of your son and you don't have access to your son?
She's withholding access from me.
She can't.
Every because I filed my documents. I've tried to get a protective order so I can have my son. All the things that I've done, they keep rejecting them. Even though this man is convicted.
Well, that don't got nothing to do with her though.
Because I wasn't being abused. No, it does, because he lived with her. And that was part of the problem.
So you mean to tell me that the courts won't let you see your son, right? Who is your son, and gave 100% custody to their mother. And
we haven't gone to court for custody yet. We're talking about temporary motions and things to arrange for temporary custody and stuff. And they want to allow for a emergency meeting. Because of the fact that they're saying that she hasn't abused me.
Or the child.
It's crazy. But
she hasn't abused you or the child.
I tried. I filed even a few days ago. I filed one a few days ago, and the judge denied it.
Damn, this don't, brother.
It's. I mean, it's frustrating.
And why is she keeping the baby from you?
I'm not lying.
I hear you. But why is she keeping the baby from you? So you are a committed father. You're in the baby's life. You're not abusing the kid. You're not neglecting the kid. You ain't abused her. You ain't neglecting her. Y'all got divorced over her daddy, and she doesn't want you to have access to your child at all.
We're not divorced yet. We're going.
You ain't even divorced.
Divorce isn't happening. We're not divorced yet. They won't do anything. I file motions. They don't care. Do a welfare check. I just don't even care. You know, so it's one of the things where I can't. That
Wi-Fi.
Yeah, it's hard to hear you guys checking, but haven't you already agreed that you clearly don't vet well? So when you kind of need to concede at this point that women vet better than men?
If we use you as an example.
I don't think it's better.
Huh?
So here's what I mean. You understand that. I didn't say men are better.
You did.
My stance is we all have to do differently. Because what we're doing in this current time isn't working. We're not working together. We're all failing. And my stance is we're failing our kids.
Ali said, when a nigga slow talk like this, you know he lying.
I mean that you can think it. I mean that's fine.
Go ahead, Shawnee.
I don't this kind of stuff.
Let Shawnee get up in this thing,
I'm
man.
getting candid. We're having a conversation.
I got you. Let Shawnee get up in this thing. Don't worry.
Go ahead.
Not me almost falling asleep. That's crazy. I would say women are better because women tend to have better situational awareness when it comes to navigating through society. And we have to have that for survival reasons because we're navigating a patriarchal society. So women have to vet for survival purposes.
Yeah,
I'm not going to sit here and listen to talking when men be sitting here talking about they vet better when y'all are more than willing to invite a woman that you just met to your place to go hook up
raw
after a first date. That's not vetting. To me, that sounds very much like poor discernment. Why would I listen to y'all when y'all don't even have good situational awareness because of your privilege in society? To the point where you don't even see women as a threat and you're willing to take that risk of inviting women back to your place after a first date, all because you paid and you feel like she owes you something. So what are we, that's why I don't even like when y'all men be trying to like give advice on like vetting because y'all have very poor discernment.
Just checking. Didn't you say when I asked you was you married, you said no? By the way.
Well, I consider myself divorced. It's over. I mean, that's it. Is paperwork is on standby. So I mean, I just consider that, man. But to her point, I just think it's not a man or woman thing. We lost our values.
What values did we ever have? What values?
I mean, when you put it like that, you're right. What values did we have?
Yeah. When did we have values? Nate, can you point to the time?
No. I agree. You're right. That's totally right, man. I think that's where we're at now. Men and women have to figure this stuff out because we have to do something different. This ain't working.
I would argue that it's not women that aren't working, it's that men are not working. They're the reason why. I mean, if 70% of women are divorcing their husbands, men have to be doing something wrong.
So what about women who are divorcing women?
Don't bring lesbians into this. Like, that is a whole different
Damn, bro, you hit. Where the bingo card at? Where the bingo card at? Just check and hit all of them. Like you mentioned, you done regurgitated the same.
I mean,
sir, do better. All I'm saying is again.
It's funny how you didn't want to bring up.
No, I know. Hold on. What I'm saying is what I say to y'all every single time. Sir, are you a lesbian? No. Have you been in a lesbian relationship? No. How long have we been tracking lesbian marriages and divorces? When did gay marriage become legal in this country? What year?
I don't remember what year that came about, man, but
it was recent, right?
I would just
I bet you don't.
Yeah.
It was recent. Obama was in office. Obama was in office. You talking about 2 presidents ago. Right?
Yeah. My thing is
No. Don't hold on, brother. Don't shift. Sit in this for a second. You mentioned it.
No, I hear you.
Hold on. You don't hear me though. Why did you bring it up? You don't know nothing about gay marriages. You don't know nothing about lesbian. You just quote. Okay. Hold on. Listen to what I'm trying to help you understand. Instead of you just saying some random shit to deflect, because that's what you were doing, don't do that moving forward. That's the point I'm trying to make. Because that's what you were trying to do. It didn't make any sense.
That's fine. I get what you're saying. I get you, brother.
That's what I'm saying. Like, don't do that no more. Don't just say, what about the lesbians? Like, are you a lesbian? Do you know about lesbian divorces?
We keep putting, see, this is what I'm saying. This is what my stance is. We all have to do better. See, your question and what everybody keeps saying is we're making it about man versus women.
It is. What do women need to do better? It is man versus woman. What do women need to be? What do you want women to be accountable for? Can you name one problem, one societal issue that we can trace back to women? One.
I wouldn't necessarily say so.
Okay. So can we stop? So can we stop saying that it goes both ways?
It does though, because everything goes hand in hand. No.
What are you? That doesn't mean anything. Saying something goes hand in hand when you can't even articulate. When you can't even articulate how women are responsible for one. You can't name one societal issue that women are responsible for. Not one. Not one. I can name 50 men are responsible. No. Now you're lying. Don't choose not to. Name it.
No,
name it. Nope. Don't choose not to. Name it. Name it. Name it. Name it. Name it. Name it. Name the issue. Name it. Nah, they don't do the same stuff. That's a lot. Okay, just checking. Are you a black man?
I am.
You're a black man. Okay. Are your ancestors from, were they are you a descendant of slaves?
I was born in America.
You was born in America. So you're a descendant of slaves. Okay.
That's my
so when we talk about the institution, so when we talk about the institution of slavery, right? Would you say that both black people and white people were equally responsible?
For slavery?
Yeah.
Africans, yes, and white people, man.
Are you serious right now?
We're done. We're done.
No,
we're done.
Africans sold Africans to white man.
Who'd you vote for? Who'd you vote for?
Yeah, that's real.
Oh my God.
There's no hiding that. Africans sold Africans as slaves.
What percentage of Africans were sold into slavery by other Africans?
I'm not sure.
Hold on. So again, why are you mentioning something that you don't actually know? Like you don't know.
Wait, you brought that up, man.
No, I didn't bring that part up. That's a wild statement. I never said that Africans were just as responsible for slavery as white Europeans, because I know good and goddamn well that ain't true. I know some Africans sold some Africans into slavery. I know that. But to blame black people for chattel slavery is ahistorical. No. It's just not true.
See, no, here's what's happening right now. Africans sold Africans into slavery.
What percentage of Africans sold, what percentage of slaves that came to the Americas were sold into bondage by other Africans? Was it some? Was it most? Was it half? Was it 80%? What percentage?
I don't know what the percentage
was. It was a very, very small percentage. The vast majority of Africans were not enslaved by other Africans and then sold into bondage, sir. So with that new knowledge that you have just obtained, right? Just obtained. Can we say that black people were just as responsible for slavery as white people?
On a percentage is not high as high. If that's what you're referring to.
Who invented chattel slavery?
I'm sorry, what?
Who invented chattel slavery?
Oh man, bro. You brought up slavery. I answered
I'm
your
trying
question.
I'm trying to help you out any way I can. You a black man. I figured as a black man, you will be able to understand slavery because you clearly don't understand gender dynamics. You clearly don't understand the patriarchy. So I'm like, fuck it. Let's talk about racism. Let's talk about fucking slavery, which I would think all black people would know what the fuck, like, what happened, at least, have some general concept of it. I didn't think I would get the only black man in the world to say, yeah, Africans were just as responsible for slavery. Like, who the fuck am I talking to, Ben Carson? What are you talking about?
No, bro, you're like your context and what you're trying to say, what I'm saying, man. I mean, you asked me a question, I answered it.
He's trying to get you to understand that you cannot blame women for societal issues that were put into place by men, systems of oppression that were in place by men. You can't blame women for systems that they did not create in the first place. That's what he's trying to get you to understand when it comes to, are black people responsible for slavery? No, they're not responsible for slavery. It's white people.
Right.
In the discussion.
And you can get as specific as you want to with the group of white tea people that are, what I'm saying? Like you could say the Portuguese, the Spanish, the French, and the English if you wanted to.
Did it.
Huh?
Yeah,
everybody didn't do. Wait. Hold on. Everybody actually didn't. Everybody actually didn't participate in slavery. Everybody didn't. The majority of the world actually didn't participate in slavery. The majority of white people didn't participate in slavery.
But what I'm saying is it happened, and that's why I'm not saying that it didn't happen. See, you're arguing with me on to what degree.
No, I'm saying I'm giving you the out. I'm saying you don't even have to say like all white tea people did it, right? Like I'm with the same way we don't have to say all men did it. That's my point there. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Right?
I got you.
But,
Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying.
but.
You're attacking my answer.
Yes, because your answer was wrong. But fast forward, right? Fast forward to 2025. Do all white people in this country, as a collective, benefit from slavery? The institution that was slavery, or is, because it still exists.
Of course there's some that do, man.
All of them do. All of them do. All of them do. All of them do. They all benefit from it. Every single one of them.
Why do you say all?
Are we? Because of racism. Every last one of them. Every last one of them do. I'm saying because you have to compare them to us, not to other white people. Yes, there's broke ass white people that, you know, fucking work in the damn coal mines in West Virginia, and they didn't have no. Yes, I'm with all of that. But that white person still had more rights than a black slave. Still had more rights than a black businessman. That's what I'm saying. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, in that context.
Yes. So every white person benefits from slavery today, even if they didn't.
There's still some
even if they didn't participate in it. That's my point. Same thing with men. Even if you, as a man, did not build this system, you still benefit from it, just because you're a man, because of your maleness. That's my point. And women don't benefit from it because they are women. So when you say that it goes both ways, the reason why that's dumb is because you cannot be the oppressed and the oppressor simultaneously. That doesn't make sense. Just like black people are oppressed, but we are not the oppressor. We can't be both, brother. Doesn't mean that we're perfect, but we can't be both. That's the difference.
No, I get you.
Okay?
I get what you're saying in that context, man.
And that's always been the context, though. That's what I've been trying to convey to you this whole time, is that we men are a part of the oppressive class. Women are a part of the oppressed class. So when men say stuff like it goes both ways, both men and women need to fix da-da-da-da-da, what the fuck have women broken that they have to fix? That's the question. That's what I'm asking you.
No, I hear what you're saying. I understand what you're saying.
Yeah. So there's no need in us saying to keep perpetuating this lie that both men and women are failing in these or both men and women are a problem, and that they're not. It doesn't mean, once again, I'm not saying women are perfect. I'm saying, though, even the vast majority of the problems that exist that women participate in, right? You can trace them back to men. You can trace them back to men. Like almost every single issue, right? You can trace back to the system. Almost every single one.
So let me ask you this then. What would it look like to not an issue?
I can't hear you.
What would happen in our society to show something different?
Your phone's breaking up.
I said, what would happen in our society? What would need to happen in society to show that something is changing, right?
Well, how do we change?
This is the way you view it. No, it's just a matter of what that change looks like.
I mean, it'll look like less violence. It would look like less death, look like less oppression. It would look like equity. It would look like women getting, they're the same way it would look for black people. It would look like opportunities. It would look like health. It would look like protection. Like, what do you mean? It would look great.
Now, well, I'm asking you. I'm just trying to understand what it would look like to you, because you mentioned crime. Crime is at an all-time low. I mean, it's a starting point.
I mean, crime can be an all-time low, but at the same time, we still have men committing atrocities across the board. If you look at violence among men, like if you look at like statistics on this, men are typically the most violent. It's typically more white men than, just because of per capita, than black men also. But then also, if you look at the rate at which men harm women, it's so vastly different. So it's not really changed. Crime can go down, but at the same time, men still do the same shit.
Like, what justification is? Can you think of a reason why a man would unalive a woman outside of if she was like an imminent threat to him?
Yeah, that's it. I mean, if your life is in danger, that's totally different.
Yeah.
You know, but there's no reason for it. Murder is murder, and we shouldn't be doing it.
Yeah.
That's simple.
Yeah. When is the
we have to value human life.
Yeah, and what is the number one cause of unaliving for a pregnant woman?
I'm sorry, I was reading that. What
is the number one cause of unaliving for a pregnant woman?
Yeah, I don't know what you mean.
It starts with the letter H.
It's the silence for me.
Oh, we talking about homicide? I thought you was talking about in what way. Yeah, I thought you was talking about which way, not just homicide. That's all.
That would be the way. Would be homicide.
Yes.
Yeah, and who is typically yeah, and we all can agree that there's no reason to unalive a pregnant woman, right?
There's no reason to unalive a woman, period.
No, I know. I'm making the caveat specifically of pregnant women because we already said that, yeah, a woman that's like an imminent threat to you, which is fucking rare that a woman would be an imminent threat to a man. But, in those cases, fine, right? I'll leave the door open for that. She got a pew. You know what I'm saying? You got to do what you got to do. You got to get a, okay, fine, right? That shit is 1 out of a fucking 10 million. 1 out of 10 million times that will be the case, right? But a pregnant woman, never. I'm going to go out on a limb and say never. It's never, not the case. Not the case. Never. So I don't know. That goes both ways. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's something that both men and women need to work on. We gotta get a handle on that, on that pregnant femicide rate. You see what I'm saying? Like that's what when you say stuff like that, that is what you're saying. That's what you're saying. Like when you say it goes, but like that is what you're saying. Like that's crazy.
Yeah, because I believe one is too many. One is too many in text, man.
Yeah.
One is too many.
I agree. So men gotta stop doing it. If one is too many, then what about the thousands? You know what I'm saying? If one is too many, then what about the thousands?
No, that's what I'm saying. What? No, I agree with you. That's why I believe.
Venice said
education in our youth is more important.
Venice said he's an abuser and probably on the registry. Oh man. Y'all could bring up Carlos. I don't know. I can't find him in here. Hold on, let me see.
I already sent him a request, whoever that is.
Oh, you did? Okay. Well, you can mute him. If he can't come up, he said, I mean, yeah, bro. I don't know what he's saying. I don't know what it is. There he goes. He got a cat picture. I like that. They put 12 on that boy head, Mr. Potato Head, they said. That's wicked work. Tanigel said, do you know the Muffin Man? Powerful Color said, watch it from TikTok and YouTube because the fuck he mean. Everything wrong. His online existence is draining me. Oh wow. Okay. I'm sorry. YouTube paid. They done paid. Powerful Color said, drop this upside down shoelace. And the one who you want after on the next live. Or after or on the next one. All right, I got you. We dropped him. He gone, y'all. I don't know where Carlos went. Shout out to Powerful Colored. I appreciate that for real. That was wicked work. Carlos was cycling out. She called that man an upside down shoelace. Oh man, that was painful. That was painful. Is we finished or is we done? God damn. It don't get no worse than that.
Oh, when did he leave?
I dropped him.
Oh, you dropped him?
Yeah, because powerful color paid to drop him. So.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah.
So powerful color.
She had to get on the pot. She said get that boy up on out of here. So he gone.
I just want to say real quick, thanks for letting me up and letting me speak. These guys are wild, and you are doing the most to get them together. So thank you for all that you do, and I'm super glad that I've been following you.
Appreciate it, man. Hey,
go ahead.
We try. Oh no, not you. I'm talking. I'm sorry. I appreciate you. Thanks for coming up. We trying, y'all. We trying. Is that a dub? Was that a baby dub? Was that a baby dub at the end or no? Shawnee, was that a baby dub or no?
It was.
That was a baby dub, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'll take a baby dub on that one.
Why is he gifting you but don't want to come up?
I don't know. I don't know what Carlos doing, man. I don't know what Carlos on, man.
One thing I did want to point out regarding the prompt is me saying that women do vet better. I truly do believe that, but also I think women are also socialized to give men the benefit of the doubt.
They are.
So even if we do point out red flags, we kind of get swayed to, we should give this man a chance. It depends on who you're around, but people that are enablers, they'll try to doubt your judgment. So it's you get judged for not giving a man a chance, for clocking red flags, but then also if you do give that man a chance and something goes wrong, you're also judged for it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, you're right. There ain't no way around that. That's exactly what it is. That's exactly what it is. Yeah, that's why it's hard to give women advice in this and be on some you just got to read the red. It's really the only thing you really could say. I mean, I don't care as a man or a woman. It's really just avoid men, because what the fuck? At this point, what the fuck? Men, everybody, they gonna blame you no matter what.
Exactly. So you just gotta pick your poison at that point. I'd rather be judged for not giving somebody a chance, because I don't want to go against my own better judgment of clocking somebody's behavior. And we can't say women aren't good at it, because we do it in here all the time, and men be crashing out as a result of it. So we can't say women don't know how to vet.
Nah, that's exactly what it is. Yep. You can't. You would be better off being having somebody be you gonna die alone with your cats rather than it be oh, you should have chose better. You should have chose better, man. After a nigga done dragged you through the mud, I know I want to blow the whole shit up. I ain't gonna even hold it.
Even with that coming from men, don't even make sense, because I talk about compatibility all the time, and it gets men. It makes men crash out because they don't really understand the concept of compatibility. You can't be saying women need to choose better, and then you overlook compatibility because you care more about having access to any woman, even women that you don't even like, rather than you actively being intentional about finding a person who you're actually compatible with.
Mm-hmm.
To me, it don't make sense, because I've had men sit there and point out they're not compatible with the woman that they're dating, and then be trying to hit her back up maybe 2 weeks later, ain't nothing happened, and then he gets mad when you accept the fact that y'all are not compatible. When you're okay with it, they seem to have an issue with it, and now it's they try to put you in a position where Now you got to try to audition to like stick around. But you said we're not compatible. I've accepted it. There's nothing else to have a discussion about. Like, why do I need to? Now you're trying to put me in a position to like prove myself. And at that point, I'm just going to block you. Because what are we doing?
Mm-hmm. Oh my God, man. I think I'm about to call it a night. We got the 2 hours. I gave myself 2 hours. And it's 9:19. We don't got no TV shows, huh? Oh, did we finish watching White Lotus? We did, huh? Damn, we don't got no TV shows. Damn. Cold game like cocaine. He took over the whole 2 hours. Severance being weird, man. Severance pissing me off. That shit taking forever to get to the end. Get to the good part. All right? Damn. But hey, I appreciate you coming up, Shawnee. I'm about to rock out. I gotta go. We did it, ho. We in this thing, man. Shout out to the tappers, yappers, and super chatters, man. Powerfully color said powerfully color, aka colorful moms, aka Yvette. Shout out to colorful moms, man, on TikTok. She powerfully colored on YouTube. I love it. I appreciate the support for real, man. That was a good one. I'm glad we got it in. A little late night session. A little light 2 hours, you know what I'm saying? Had a little razzle dazzle. It was a tough listen. I ain't gonna lie. I was getting frustrated. I was getting frustrated, man. 200,000. Nah, we had 75. Paradise on Hulu. All right. Little quick, lightweight, little sparring match. Yep. But I'll get with y'all tomorrow.